Hey girls and boys, it's Mr. McAndrew, the math coach. Super excited because we're gonna do something today that is totally different. Like, we're not doing adding or subtracting or any of that stuff. We're doing like shapes and fractions and cool stuff. So totally change it up. Call it Fun Friday, right? Why not? Okay. So what you need is pretty simple. All I want you to do is get this paper in your math packet that says Brownies and Cupcakes Friday. And if you could also get your dry erase sleeve and a marker and an eraser, okay? When you have that, please come on back, okay? And I'll see you in a minute. All right, so if you do not have this paper and your dry erase sleeve and a marker and an eraser, you need to do that now, please. Thank you. Put your paper inside your dry erase sleeve so we can write on it. Okay, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's pretend like this brownie, we'll call this brownie A. Okay, we'll call this one B, and we'll call this one C. So brownie A, we're sharing with, you're going to share with two other people. So two friends. And there's three of you total. Okay, so it's three people sharing that brownie. And it needs to be shared fairly, equally. Okay, so what's one way, draw some lines, that you could split up or cut that brownie so that each person gets the same size piece. Okay, so do that now and pause the video. And when you have one idea for doing that, then come back and we'll take a look. All right, so you should have already drawn some lines on here to show how you could break it up into three equal pieces. What I want you to do is see if you can do something different on brownie B. It's still three equal pieces, so you're sharing it with two friends, you and let's say two of your besties, okay, BFFs, whatever you call them. So find, is there a different way you could do it? All right, and then is there even another different way of doing it? Find at least two different ways of doing it, okay? You need to pause the video right now. Yes, you. Try it out and then come on back. All right, so let's take a look. Now, if I did something like this, right? There are three pieces, but are they equal? No. Boo, boo, Mr. McAndrew. Bad job, Mr. McAndrew. All right, so one way you could do it, it doesn't have to be totally perfect, but that would, right, if you made two cuts, one there and there, each of these pieces is pretty equal, right? I think everyone would be pretty happy with that. No one would be like, he got more than I did, or she got more than I did. Nope, I think you'd all be pretty happy. Is there another way we could have cut it up so that it was equal? Did anybody do it this way? Horizontally? That's another way you could have done it. Just three long pieces like that. Did anybody think of a third way of doing it? The only way I could think of would be something like, I'm trying to think like boom, boom. I'm thinking like here, right? So that's like 1/3 like it is up here. And then if I divided this in half, so each of these would be, that is 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. So what that means, boys and girls, and this is 1/3, and this is 1/3, and this is 1/3, and this is 1/3, 1/3. Okay, so what it means, like if we look here, it means that we're talking about one of the pieces, this piece right here, and the entire brownie was broken up into three pieces, which is that bottom number. Okay, this is called your numerator. This is called your denominator. You don't need to know that. You don't need to remember that yet, but this is going to be something you learn in 3rd grade, okay? So these are all thirds of the brownie, just broken up in different ways, okay? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So in each brownie, there are 3 thirds. The whole brownie has 3 thirds, 3 thirds, and 3 thirds. Okay, so what if we were, let me erase this and turn it around. What if we were looking at cupcakes? So you can turn yours around too if you want, okay? And so these are cupcakes, and we still want to share them with 2 friends. All right, so circles are a little bit more challenging, okay? I turned mine upside down, which is why it looks like this. But see if you can come up with one way to break this up evenly, okay? That means 3 equal pieces. All right, give it a shot, and then come back when you're ready. All right, so what did you do? So the classic way is to do what's called like a peace sign. So you come down, straight down to about the middle, and then you come this way, and you come this way, and it makes like a peace sign. It almost looks like a Mercedes. Anyways, I digress. So you can see that each of these pieces is pretty much equal. That one might be a speck small, so maybe I should bring this one out a little bit like that. Does that seem a little bit better? Okay, so that's sort of the basic way of doing it. Now, if you try doing it this way, that's not going to work. Let me just, hold on. Because even though like the width is pretty much the same, you can see that the middle piece is going to be a lot bigger than the side pieces because they're all kind of rounded off. Okay, so that doesn't really work. So when it comes to circles, all right, you kind of want it to look like that, all right? So it doesn't have to look exactly like this. Like you could, for example, you could do it the other way around. You could come up this way to the middle and then branch out like that, right? Or as long as you start in the middle and you have 3 lines that break it up into 3 equal pieces, you know, that's the idea of it. If you were to do something like this, right, that's not 3 equal pieces. Small, medium, and large, that's not 3 equal pieces. That's not fractions, okay? So the same way we were talking about with the rectangles, each of these is 1/3, okay, for the total of 3/3. All right, this is a third, 1/3. So the 3 tells you how many equal pieces the whole cupcake is broken up into, right? And that 1 tells you we're just talking about this one right here, and then this one, and then this one. And then here's 1, here's 1, and here's 1. So those are all thirds. We call those thirds. All right? Okay. So next, what I want you to do is take out this paper in your folder, in your math packet. It says Granola Bars. All right, let's take a look at that. All right, so there on this paper there are 1, 2, 3, 4 granola bars. I want you to take out your brownies and cupcakes and insert your granola bars paper into your dry erase sleeve. Okay, then I want you to write next to each of the granola bars, I want you to write 2, 2, and then 4, and then 4. Okay, just like that. So pause the video if you need to, stop it, and make this happen, please, right now. Thank you. All right. So the reason there's a 2 here is it means we're breaking it up, if we're splitting it up between 2 people equally. We're sharing the granola bar between 2 people in a fair way. So the same with this one. So I want you to come up with 2 ways we could break this granola bar in half, right? That's the way we say it, in half, when there's 2 equal pieces. So do that now, and when you're done with that, come back, and we will check it out. That means you stop the video right now. All right, that's you. Pause the video, do a little work, get that brain going, and then come back. Otherwise, you're just watching me, and that gets really boring really fast. Trust me. All right, bye-bye. All right, so one way you might have done it is to just go this way. Whoop. Right? We've got one half here and 1 half here. So again, that 2 means we've broken it into 2 equal pieces. And that 1 refers to this piece right here, and this 1 refers to this piece right here. Okay, so that's one way you could have done it. You could have also done it like this. Okay, you've got 1 half here and 1 half here. All right, there is another way you could have done it. I don't know if anybody did it this way, but you could go diagonally across like that. Okay, that does break it in half, or diagonally across like that. Okay, those each give you a half because this piece is exactly the same size as that piece. All right, try the same thing with your fourths. Running out of room here. See if you can come up with, sorry about the sun here, with 2 different ways to break this into 4 equal pieces. Okay, so you're gonna get smaller pieces because there's more people sharing it, right? The more you share, the more you break it up, the smaller the pieces get. So try 2 different ways here, and when you're done, come on back so we can talk about it. All right, so stop the video and come back in a couple minutes. All right, so we're splitting these into what's called fourths. Okay, we've done thirds with the brownies and cupcakes. We've done halves with the other 2 granola bars. Now we're doing fourths, which means 4 equal pieces. So there's a bunch of ways you could have done this. I actually turned it around so you could see better. One way you probably did was put a line here and put a line here. Okay, and you can see that each of these is 1/4. Okay, that means the 4, the denominator, tells you that it's been broken into 4 equal pieces, and the 1 tells you there's 1 of each. Okay, so that 1 refers to this piece right here, and then another 4th, another 4th, and another 4th. Okay, so another way you might have done it is like this. I'm going to break it in half. I'm going to break this in half, break this in half. Okay, it's not perfect, but not bad. So each of these is 1/4. 1 out of 4. Okay, that's another way you could have done it. Another way you could have done it is to break it in half, right? And then to break this one in half this way. And then to break this one in half this way. So even though these pieces look different than these, they're both half of a half, or a 4th. So they're all the same size. That's kind of cool, right? Or you could have even gone diagonal like this. Right? So those are all 4ths. Okay, the last way I can think of for doing it would be to do a diagonal this way and a diagonal that way. So each one of these would be 1/4. Whew. All right, boys and girls. Cool stuff. All right, so sorry about that. To review this, I'm going to assign you. Your teacher and I are going to assign you. I can talk English. An iReady lesson to review this. All right, so you can get really good at it, and so have fun with that. And yeah, that was fun, right? Like playing with shapes and dividing them up. We do that with pizza like all the time, or like with one of your brothers or sisters or a cousin, or like if you're dividing something up, you make sure that it's even, right? Because you don't want it to be unfair. You want to make sure you get the same amount as everybody else. So what we're doing is we're getting into fractions, which means parts of things, not the whole thing, but part of it. Okay, which is very exciting. All right, on that note, I'll see you later. Be good, be kind, be safe, and I'll see you soon. All right, do a good job. Bye-bye.